Hello and welcome to part 4 of pre-registration orientation for newly admitted McGill students in the Faculty of Science. Again, this is for students from any academic background other than Quebec CEGEP. If you're a newly admitted McGill student in the Faculty of Science who comes from a Quebec CEGEP, you should get on our Faculty of Science website and you'll find links to a series of orientation modules directed specifically towards you. Great. So for the rest of you, let's continue. My name is Nicole Allard. I'm Director of Advising Services for the Faculty of Science. And today I want to talk about opportunities outside the classroom. So stuff you can do to expand your knowledge and extend your skill set that does not necessarily involve studying inside a class. So one thing I want to tell you about is science internships. If you can get paid full-time work in a field related to your studies, then it could probably be considered as a formal internship. Internships can last anywhere from 4 to 16 months. The 4-month ones you tend to do in the summer, but you could do them in fall or winter. Or you can do 8 months by doing 2 semesters side by side. You can do 12 months up to 16 months. Obviously, if you're doing longer than 4 months at a time, then you're going to be extending your degree, but that's perfectly acceptable. Obviously, these things allow you to take the theory you're learning in class, put it into practice, see what the job market's like, see what the jobs are like in these areas, decide if you like them, if you want to stay in it, and if you do like it, acquire some really valuable job experience. We have a science internship officer. His name is Antoine, and he would be happy to help you and explain more about this to you. And here's the website as well for you to get more information. Yeah, I guess that's about it. The other thing you should know is if you complete a minimum of 8 months of internships, then we will recognize that by putting it on your transcript as a science internship program. So let's say you have major biology and you've done 2 4-month internships or 1 8-month, 12-month, or 16-month internship, but you have a minimum of 8 months, then on your transcript it would say major biology science internship program, which is just our way of acknowledging that you now have a minimum of 8 months of work experience in your field. If you do just a 4-month one, well, you don't get science internship program on your transcript, but you still have this incredible, valuable experience that you can put on your resume and that can help you get a job. So either way, however many months you want to do, it's a great experience. And I encourage you to look into the opportunities at this website. Okay, science field study opportunities. As I'm sure you can imagine, science does have a variety of field courses. Sometimes we have independent courses, sometimes we have whole field semesters where you're learning in the field. It's a way for you, again, to put theory into practice, but here it's more the academic stuff that you're putting into practice by learning it out in the field. It's really quite exciting. You're going to be learning ecology in the woods as opposed to in the classroom, so that's kind of cool. As I mentioned, we have individual courses that are available that you can do close to Montreal. We have field courses that go to Mount Royal. We have field courses that go to Mont Saint Hilaire. Sometimes you do them during the study break in March. They're week long, and there we've got some in New Brunswick, Barbados, lots of different places. We also have what we call entire field study semesters, and that's where you go to another country or another exotic locale in Canada and take a full semester of McGill courses with McGill professors, but out in the field. So for example, you could be in Africa. If you do your Africa field semester, you'll be doing your full course load in Africa with other students. Sometimes you might be in a classroom, but mostly you will be on safari in the field, staying in villages, really learning while doing. It's an incredible life-altering experience, and I strongly recommend it to anybody who's interested. We also have similar field semesters in Barbados. We have one in the summer semester and one in the fall semester. They have slightly different themes. There you would be staying in the same place. In Barbados, you're on our Bel-Air's Research Institute that we own in Barbados, and it's right on the beach. It's just beautiful. And again, it's such a great experience, and I strongly encourage you to think about that one. We have a field semester in Panama. Again, you do stay in one place. You stay in Panama City, and you're taking courses at the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute. So that's quite exciting. Now, for the Panama field semester, you really do need to be able to speak Spanish. The courses and everything are taught in English. They're McGill courses. You'll be learning and studying in English, but the thing is, you'll be living in Panama. So everybody around you speaks Spanish. So you kind of need to learn Spanish if you want to go to the Panama field semester. And then finally, we also have an Arctic field semester. That's here in Canada in the high Arctic. We do have a research station there as well. You do that one in the summer. I believe it's only a month or 6 weeks that you would go up to the Arctic and live there, and then you complete the other part of it down here. So those are all really exciting opportunities. Normally one doesn't do them till your U2 year. So those of you in freshman, you have a while. Those of you in U1, it wouldn't be until U2 anyways. But if you want to learn more about them, check out this website. And again, Antoine is the guy to talk to. We also have other opportunities to study away. Now, by study away, in this case, I do mean at another university with their professors taking their classes, and then you would transfer the credits back to McGill. So you can do that as a formal exchange, and that's where McGill has a whole lot of universities and a whole lot of countries where we've actually made deals to trade students. So that's what an exchange really is. You apply for the exchange through McGill. And if you're accepted, then you will go to another university. It could be in Australia or England or France or Hong Kong. But if it's a formal exchange, if you're accepted by McGill to go, and then you're accepted by the other university, then you get to go to the other university, but you will be paying your fees to McGill. So you pay your McGill fees to study, say, at the Sorbonne or a university in China. So that's how it works. We literally just trade students. That's why it's called an exchange. You pay your McGill fees, they pay their university fees, and you guys change places. And for those, you have to apply quite early. So the ideal time to go on exchange is during your U2 year. Now remember, if you're starting with the freshman program, that's actually your 3rd out of 4 years. It's your 2nd to last year at McGill. But you need to apply the fall before you want to go. So if you want to go on exchange, say in fall 22, you will apply in fall 21. Okay? So you need to apply a year early. So those of you coming into U1, if you want to go on exchange next year, you want to start informing yourselves pretty soon, because you'll be applying by December of this year. Those of you in the freshman program in U0, you have to wait a year. And the person to talk to about that is Mary Gauthier. She's our specialized exchange and study away advisor. And you also want to get on this website and learn more about where you can go and how it works. Now, there's another way to study at another university, and that's called being a visiting student. This you arrange on your own. So you're not limited to our list of universities with whom we have an exchange agreement. You can choose any university that offers a degree, a licensed, registered university that's licensed by their country to offer a degree. And you can contact them and see if they have room for visiting students. A visiting student is someone who studies somewhere else. So you're visiting that school for a term or for a year, but you're not getting a degree from them. So you're bringing those credits back here. You're getting a degree from McGill. You're going there for a little bit to bring the credits back. It's the same idea as an exchange, except you do it on your own. You organize it on your own. Because you're organizing it on your own, you pay that university their fees. So you don't pay the fees through McGill. You make all the arrangements on your own. So you decide you want to go to Harvard as a visiting student for a year or for a term, then you would contact Harvard, you would apply there, Once admitted, you pay their fees. So you're doing this mostly on your own. You're working with our office to make sure that the credits you take there will be transferred back to McGill, that we will accept them. But otherwise, the rest is on your own. Now, usually, because you don't have the middleman, it's a much later deadline. So you can do this a little later than applying for exchange. But either way, you want to talk to Mary Gauthier and get informed. Both of these work, and which one works best for you will depend on your own interests and where you want to go and what you want to do with it. So I definitely urge you to check out the website and talk to Mary if this interests you. But again, you generally go in U2, which is your second to last year at McGill. Okay, this is not so much a specific thing, but more a recognition of you having done various things. We have something called the B.Sc Global Designation, which is a designation we will put on your transcript following your major. So, you know, you'll have major biology, B.Sc Global. And what that designation does is indicate that you have completed a series of activities that have really shown that you're comfortable stretching your boundaries, going a little beyond the average, trying things out. So what's required to get the B.Sc Global Designation is, one, you have to have at least one second language course. So you have to show us that you've learned a second language at McGill. Now, one course, so obviously you don't have to be proficient, but you have to have started to learn another language at McGill. That's part of it, second language course. You have to have completed one independent research course. That's partly because as scientists, research is a real global job. We do research all around the world. So it's very much, it's also a global concept. So yeah, you have to have a second language course, you have to do an independent research course, and then you have to do one other component. And here you can choose one from a list of 4. So it's got to be one of these 4. You can either participate in an exchange or visiting student semester. So that shows that you're comfortable studying in other places. You could complete an internship or industrial practicum. Those are the same thing. It's just we call it a practicum if it's 4 months. It's an internship if it's 8 months or longer. So at least 4 months of internship type stuff. That could be okay. You could complete a field studies semester or 6 credits of field studies courses. So that's again showing you're comfortable learning in a different environment. Or you could complete 6 credits of what we call global courses at McGill. These are pre-selected courses. There's a list of them on this website. And these are courses that really focus on global issues. So if you take a second language course, you do an independent research course, and you do one of these 4. And then you inform us before you graduate. So in your final term, you fill out a form on this website saying, I've done all this stuff, and we will then put the designation B.Sc Global on your transcript at graduation. Fine. Well, not finally. A couple of other things I want to tell you about. We have something during the academic year. We have something called Soup and Science, where you go to hear professors talk about their research, stay for free lunch, and then you have an opportunity over lunch to talk to the professors and learn more about their research. The talks are short. They're what we call lightning talks, 5 minutes, and they have to be aimed at the lay public. In other words, they have to be said in such a way that people with no background in the field will understand what they're doing. It's really fun. Now, this September, we're probably not going to be doing it live and in person because I don't know that it will be safe. But if so, we'll do it virtually, and we will pick it up live and in person as soon as we can. We do this for 1 week every September and every January. Usually the second week of class is in September, second week of class in January. Hopefully we'll be able to do it live in January. You'll be hearing more if we can. And I would encourage you to come along. You can see more about it and also see old previous talks from this website here. It's a lot of fun. So this year, and starting in the summer, we developed what we call very creatively Sun in Science, because it's the summer. And this is our virtual edition of the Soup and Science series. So here it's offered online. but you can log in and register, log in, and you'll be able to hear again from your various professors what kind of research they're doing, and then you'll have a chance afterwards to talk to them about it and ask questions. So it's a lot of fun. We've had one already. It was very popular. People enjoyed it. So we're going to be doing them regularly, twice a week during June. And if that goes well, maybe we'll continue into July. So I definitely invite you to log on and attend one of these. Again, you can find out more about it at this website. It's a lot of fun. It's really interesting to hear these professors talk about their research. You wouldn't think it was necessarily, but it really is. So I encourage you to give it a shot. Finally, we have something called the McGill Outreach Office. And that's a really fun way to get involved with your community and share your passion for science. Basically, our outreach office helps to support you in your engagement with other sort of community organizations like Skype a Scientist or a few other ones. There's quite a few to choose from, where you get to go out in the field and engage with different parts of your community, whether it's schools or the public, sharing your love of knowledge, sharing your love of science, sharing your knowledge with others, helping them to understand it more. It's really fun, and it's a great way to connect both with other students and with the community. We have a lot of virtual opportunities available right now that can be done remotely. These organizations have shifted to remote engagement, and then it will get back to in-person as it becomes safe. So it's a great opportunity, and I really encourage you to get on this website, find out more about it, because you could be getting involved even over the summer if you want, to start seeing how you can be in contact with other students, other groups. It's social as well as academic, I suppose. You're also going to learn a lot of other skills like leadership, transmitting knowledge, which is teaching basically, public speaking. It's really exciting, and I encourage you to get on this website and learn more about it. Okay. Finally, my last slide. I just want to remind you yet again about the B.Sc orientation booklet. You can find it here, everything you need to know for this year. And I look forward to seeing you on Thursday, June 11th, for specific information about being a student this fall. And I think it'll be interesting and fun to meet you guys over the internet. All right, great. Thank you very much.